Welcome back to Geek Speak Live. I'm your host, Todd Bailey. Joining me tonight, my co-hostess with the mostest.
Wake up some of the pots and pans!
I knew you were going to do it. You had to bring it back. We've not done a show for two and a bit years? 2 years.
February 2024.
4 was the last time we did Geek Speak Live. We know it's been a long break.
Sorry.
It's a long time between drinks. And for those asking, we are actually sober tonight.
Cheers.
Cheers to Geek Speak being back. Now, just Ginge, what can we quickly catch up on? You've been a busy man. You've been running your own business now for 2 years?
Yeah, so I've been live streaming weddings, funeral, sport. I've been doing basketball. I think I was probably the salt on the basketball league.
You reckon?
Because the women's basketball team won for the first time in like 35 years.
Because of the fantastic live streaming of this gentleman right here. Look, it's been a busy time. Since that live stream, Kaboom celebrated 20 years in business. We're now about to hit 22 years in business. And that's where we're recording tonight, of course, is here at Kaboom Comics on location. Kaboom Comics Toowoomba, www.kaboomcomicsaustralia.com. So we're back. We're going to talk things geeky. We're going to catch up, talk some movie stuff, some retro movies and TV shows we've been watching. I've got some comics to talk about soon. And I also want to talk about a couple of things, whatnot, and also about promoting comics but getting in trouble for it.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're going to lead it off first with Ginge. What have you been watching lately?
To be honest, I've been watching a lot of 90s sort of stuff.
You're going retro?
I actually, Christmas Day, I went home and watched Anaconda.
The original Anaconda. Because there's a new one coming out with Paul Rudd and Jack Black, isn't there?
And then I've watched some reviews of it.
Yep.
And it kind of went, So I went back and watched the original. And you know what? It holds up.
Does it?
But Owen Wilson is in that movie.
Really? Yeah. I have no memory of Owen Wilson being in Anaconda at all.
No. And then I also went back and watched Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah.
Which
I've not
is a
watched
great
that in
movie.
years.
And I actually watched the remake of Total Recall with old Colin.
Colin Farrell. I enjoyed that film, and you jogged my memory the other day when we had a quick chat about this. We went and saw that at the cinema, and I remember walking out then going, I enjoyed that, but it copped a lot of flack, didn't it?
Yeah, looking back in hindsight, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I don't know. It was ahead of its time, maybe, as a remake. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but I enjoyed that film. I thought it was pretty good.
Absolutely.
We've the wife and I have been doing a rewatch on Fringe from the early 2000s. Remember Fringe?
The TV show?
A bit of a science fiction-y kind of one with parallel dimension and stuff like that. Yep. Joshua Jackson.
The Mighty Duck Kid?
No, he doesn't do the Flying V anywhere in that show. John Noble, who should have been winning awards for his portrayal of William Bishop, the doctor, the scientist, in that series. It was so good. And, of course, an Aussie girl, Anna Torv, in the lead role.
Yes, and
believe it or not, we just started season 2. Meghan Markle is in it, right? The Duchess, for 2 episodes. And both the wife and I we never knew that the first time we watched it. It just completely blocked her out. And quite happy to say we tried to block her out again because she's not a great actress. To the Meghan Markle lovers out there, if you're going to send hate mail, just address it to Ginge, Streamworks. Have you been watching any trailers or anything for stuff coming up that you're excited about?
Excited is a stretch.
Isn't it funny? There's not much new stuff out there at the moment where I'm going, wow.
Yeah, and this morning woke up and I'd heard about this movie and I thought, I'm going to watch this. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, watch it. Robin Hood, and I'm like, well, I'm always for Robin Hood.
Death of Robin Hood.
Death of Robin Hood.
Yes.
Hugh Jackman. It looks like the makers went, hey, Logan made a heap of money. Let's just do that with Robin Hood.
It's essentially old man Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Let's deconstruct the character. And
I'm going to watch it because I love anything to do with Robin Hood. I used to be a huge Hugh Jackman fan, but ever since the marriage breakdown and the split, it's funny, it's all these stories now come out, and apparently there's people coming out going, Hugh Jackman's not the lovely gentleman we all think he was. And I'm going, oh, damn it! Not another one, because I've always liked him.
And in the trailer, Hugh Jackman's just doing his Wolverine accent.
But as Robin Hood.
With a bow and an arrow. And all I can think of is, we need to get that trailer, and then it cuts, and then it's Carrie Ills. Because unlike other Robin Hoods, I can speak with an English accent.
I learnt something only late last year. For years we've said Carrie Yules, right?
Yes.
It's Elwes. His name is actually Cary Elwes. It's not Ewells, but everyone just says that. And yeah, I feel really bad for mispronouncing his name for all these years.
While we're talking about it, we have some new tech.
You have got new tech.
We've got the ability to put people's comments directly on the screen. We better catch up with a couple of comments. Laura, woohoo!
Good to see you, Laura.
Scott, the new one was fantastic. We watched the original beforehand. So
which one are we talking about there? Anaconda. Is it Anaconda?
Anaconda.
So the new one's out.
Yeah, coming out Boxing Day, I think.
Oh, there you go then. Okay.
Owen's first role?
Was it? Was that really Owen Wilson's first role?
Well, that's what this person is saying.
Okay. Who else you got there?
Scott is saying, my PC doesn't have speakers. So watching on YouTube on the TV.
Okay, well, at least you're watching us, Scott. That's the main thing. Now, you said that we can actually probably get some people to pop up on screen?
Yeah, so if you want to join us and speak to us directly, if you send us your email address, we can send you an invite and we can bring you up here and we can ask you questions and get your thoughts about some of the topics we're talking about.
Where do they email us, Ginge?
So just in the comments, just drop your email address.
They drop their email in the comments.
And we can then send you an invite to bring you in.
You can be a temporary team member at Geek Speak here.
So you'll get an email on your phone or on your computer.
We'll share the insanity. Yeah, you can go as crazy as us. No, you won't. Actually, we've got to wait. It's a PC kind of show. We've got to be careful. So you're not allowed to swear or anything like that. I mean, the odd swear word slips out, but you know what I mean.
And a few more comments. Matt says, "Hi, Todd."
Hello.
Laura said, "I enjoyed Megan in Suits."
Megan originally Suits, the first couple of seasons, we were loving it, we were watching it, and then I found it become very formulaic and almost repetitive. And then I started getting cranky with the characters making the same mistakes all the time.
Yep.
Mike, or whatever his name was, and I love the guy who plays the main lawyer, and I'm having a complete blank on his name now. Harvey Specter. I don't know the actor's name. Gabriel Macht.
Okay.
Right? I think it's German. Macht. Right? It's a lovely language, the German language. It's just so...
Herr Macht.
Anyway, I love him. He was rumours for a while he was potentially going to play Batman.
Really?
Yes.
And he should be Dr. Doom with that name.
He probably could do it. He could. But anyway, I enjoyed it for a while, and then I just said it just became formulaic, and we dropped off. We never stopped. And then the whole thing with the Duchess.
She's not the...
That's what they could.
Fergie. The singer is the Duchess.
I wonder where you were going. I'm like... Really? She hasn't been a Duchess for years. Oh, no, you meant the singer. Okay. Anyway, so yes. What were we talking about? I've got sidetracked already. Fringe. Been loving it. We're starting season 2, getting right back into it. It's a fantastic... If you've never, ever watched Fringe, go and check it on out. It's actually really, really good. Modern stuff. Saw the trailer for the new Game of Thrones spin-out. The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Said 100 years before Game of Thrones. But isn't it funny, talking to customers in the last day or so since that trailer dropped, Game of Thrones left such a bad taste the way it finished in so many people's mouths that when you start chatting to people going, are you going to watch this? They've got no interest in any Game of Thrones and because of the ending of...
Quite frankly, that was my response to it, to be honest.
Did you watch House of Dragons?
No.
We watched the first season and kind of have never gone back, which is really... really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And I worry because this trailer looks so good. Like the visuals on it look amazing.
The characters.
It's a little bit more lighthearted as well, and I kind of think we need a bit of that at the moment. But I'm worried that it's going to just not get the viewership and be cancelled. Well, January 18th on HBO Max. If you've got HBO Max, I believe that's when it is dropping, which is not that far off. And we're flying through January already.
Interesting.
What else have you seen? Anything else?
I'll just put a quick question from Benny Dreadful.
Yep.
What's your opinion on the current state of the DC movie universe?
Well, see, we haven't done a live stream since like Superman came out, and it's interesting. I put it on the shop yesterday. We actually watched the new Superman was running here.
Really?
Yep. And
were people in the store when this happened?
Coming in and out. Yeah.
Were they watching it?
Most people couldn't give...
People that were in the cinema didn't watch it.
Well... It's weird because it's very polarising. There was a lot of people who did love it. They are holding it up going, this is a fantastic Superman film.
Really?
There were some good moments in it. Don't get me wrong. I think Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane was fantastic.
Okay.
I love her from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel series. I thought she was when she was announced being cast as Lois Lane, I was like, hell yeah, this will be great. I can't think of the young actor's name who plays Jimmy Olsen, but he was phenomenal. Okay. I loved him. Mr. Terrific, standout character from that whole movie.
Superman wasn't.
Superman was a bit player in his own film. Right?
It reminds me of Norm Macdonald wanted to be a reoccurring character in his own sitcom.
Yeah.
So it's essentially
it felt like that.
James Gunn just stole Norm Macdonald's idea for a movie.
Look, I walked out. I didn't hate the movie. I wasn't in love with it. I was just middle of the road. We saw it at the cinema and I went, oh yeah.
I think the biggest thing was that you said to me is Superman didn't feel iconic.
No, it didn't. And I I love Nicholas Hoult. Right, I've got a slight man crush on Nicholas Hoult as an actor. I think he's phenomenal.
Hang on.
What?
This is a new. I've not been told this. What happened to Ben Affleck?
Right, oh no. The Affleck's there, man.
He's always the cherry on the top.
Affleck is the bomb, right? But seriously, I've got a slight man crush on Nicholas Hoult. Always have, because I think he's a fantastic actor. Okay. Once again, he's cast as Lex Luthor. I'm like, this could be really good. I felt he was wasted. Yeah. I felt him as Lex Luthor just didn't have the punch, didn't have the wow factor. Like I said, chatting to people who were in store while it was playing yesterday, and everyone was a bit the same. They're just going, oh yeah. And I'm like, did you watch it at the cinema? Yeah, I liked it at the cinema. Have you watched it since? No interest. No interest. One of my mates only watched it for the first time last week. Yep. He had to watch it in 2 sittings. He said he got bored halfway through, got distracted, ended up coming back the next day to finish it off. And he said the same thing. He goes, look, it was an okay film. So, send it through. Does the Love Heart thing still work?
You could give it a red hot crack.
Give it a red hot crack. Thumbs up if you thought it was an okay film. Love Hearts if you thought it was a fantastic film. Let's see what happens when those Love Hearts and things start to
Scott said, I hated the new Superman film.
Yeah, I know. Scott, you and I have had conversations in store about that.
Hated it. We'll never watch again. I've actually banned it being mentioned in my house. 2 phrases. Will Smith, keep that out of your mouth.
Isn't it funny? There's an actor right now, like Will Smith, where a film will pop up and we go, I used to like that, and there you go, I'm not going to watch it because of what he did. And Ryan Reynolds is becoming very quickly that for us too, where we go, Ryan Reynolds, nah, like the Adam Project. I nearly threw that on the other day, and we both looked at each other, the wife and I went, nah, skip.
Matthew's gone, I'll have to rewatch Superman just to get a clear opinion of the film. I've only seen it once, if I can be honest.
Give it another watch, Matthew. So that's 2.5 times for me. I had it on today again for like halfway through, and then we changed it to something else down here. Tell you what, we did put on in the lead up to Christmas here at Kaboom, especially on Christmas Eve, was Batman Returns, the best Christmas movie ever.
Oh yes.
And I let it play right through, and then it automatically started playing Batman Forever, and I went, let it be.
I'll allow
it. It had a great soundtrack. I still dig the car from Batman Forever. And then
finished, and then
Batman and Robin started, and we were like, let's go back and rewatch Batman Returns again. So we just looped it. We did let it later in the afternoon. You and a couple of the boys were down here, and we just let it play through the Batman. Yeah. And we were pulling the piss out of Batman and Robin with George Clooney, and it doesn't hold up. It doesn't hold up.
It was interesting.
What else have we got to talk about? Any other comments there that have been popping up? What do people want to know?
Glenn said, I'm a big fan of Superman, and I hit superhero fatigue years ago.
Who said that, Glenn? Yeah. You enjoyed it, Glenn?
That's interesting.
Good. Oh, look, I don't ever... I always say to people, just because I have a certain opinion, don't let it colour your opinion, because it's got to be a boring old world if we all thought and felt the same way. But yeah, I love hearing why people enjoyed something so much, and then, because sometimes people will say to me, I looked at it this way and enjoyed it because of blah. And I sometimes will go, I'll give it another look.
Yep.
And sometimes I've walked... Quantum of Solace, by the James Bond, the second one, hated it at the cinema. About 2.5 years later, someone said to me, they're like, you need to rewatch that and look at it from this perspective. I rewatched it, and now it's up there in one of my top favourite Bond films, 007 films. So sometimes you've got to do that. Glenn, tell us what it was that you enjoyed so much about Superman.
Benny Dreadful said, I enjoyed Superman, though it was a great... thought it was a great stepping stone for an expanded universe in the making.
Yeah, okay. Look, obviously we've all seen the Supergirl trailer, so that's going to be building upon it. I think she might do an all right job as Supergirl. I was actually hoping to see a little bit more of Lobo in the trailer.
But the thing is, James Gunn didn't write it, he didn't direct it. But somehow it's the most James Gunn trailer I've ever seen in my life.
It has a Guardians of the Galaxy feel about it, doesn't it? Yeah. Look, we'll be there. I'll say opening day, because we're going to aim to be at more of these things this year. Last year was just a sad, horrible year, so we missed a few things. The wife and I still haven't seen Fantastic Four yet. No. We had a bit of a tragedy strike in the family around that time, and we've just never gotten a chance to sit and watch Fantastic Four. So we said this year, 2026, we want to watch more of these things as they're hitting opening day in the cinema. And saying that, Avengers Doomsday, December, right? We're already getting these little teaser snippets, right? We got them just before New Year's. We got it in December 2025 for something that's not coming out till December 2026, right? And I'll be honest, the Doomsday ones aren't making me go wow. But I'm like, Spider-Man comes out in
the middle of the year.
In the middle of the year. We haven't even got a teaser trailer for Spider-Man.
And the weird thing is that Doomsday was supposed to come out before Spider-Man.
Is it?
So how is the script going to... Wait, hang on.
Are you sure?
Yes, 100% sure.
What happened?
I don't know. And you know what's really freaking me out? Is that they're trying to do this Barbieheimer thing with Doomsday and June 3. And they're calling it Doomsday.
Oh, no.
So you're going to go see Dune 3 and then Avengers Doomsday.
Is it coming out in December as well?
I don't know.
Because my wife and Honey,
it must come out the same time.
I know she's watching at home. Date night, I will take you to watch Dune. She knows I'm not the hugest fan. I've seen both of them on the big screen now, the two new ones. The first one I really enjoyed. The second one I thought, wow, this is a little bit long.
Well, June 3 is like supposed to be 4 hours long.
You know what's really sad? I'd finished my drink and had eaten all my lollies. And I was just kind of sitting there going, this is long and I'm still hungry.
I can't.
Do you do that? I'm trying to be really healthy nowadays. I try to cut back on the amount of sugar.
No.
So we get a thing of lollies, and I get pods. I love me.
Is that the cinema?
This is at the cinema, right? And I'll tell you that I've eaten a packet of pods before the movie even starts. I'm sitting there, and Daniel will look over. She's like, "You weren't waiting for the movie for those?" And I'll be like,
"The movie has started. The screen is on.
It's gone." And then I start stealing her lollies.
That's why those popcorn buckets are so big.
I can't do popcorn.
But do you want to get the popcorn bucket, like the
full of lollies? That'd be awesome. I'd be in a diabetic coma.
Like, I'm surprised you didn't buy the June popcorn bucket with the...
We didn't get them here in Australia,
with the thing coming out.
No. Have you seen the controversy surrounding that thing? Man, there were some funny memes out there. Well, any other comments there, people? What are they asking?
Glenn was talking about Superman. He said, I felt like James Gunn considered the kids again. It felt a classic cartoon-like. Could have been part of the Donnerverse.
It had that lighter feeling, especially, I guess, because we've all come off the Snyder films where they are dark. They're a dark, more serious film. So it did feel good to, for a bit of a lighter take. That won't work with Batman, though. Because there's rumblings that he might do a lighter-hearted Batman.
And we already got that.
Yeah, I'm like, that
Batman
can't happen.
And Robin.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we don't want to see that again. Batman, and that's what worries me, is how do you bring a Batman and that Superman into the same shed, especially with Peacemaker and Guy Gardner, Hawk Girl, all those kind of characters are a little bit more jokey, a little bit more lighthearted in the Gun universe. Then we've got Lanterns. You've seen the teaser trailer for Lanterns from HBO Max.
And then we're going to be getting Clayface, which is supposed to be dark as buggery.
When's that?
That's coming out before the end of the year, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, right.
And it's supposed to be part of the... Is it the Batman universe?
I have no idea.
The Batman? The Matt Reeves?
No, surely not. Well, the Penguin was.
I don't know. It's all mixed up.
So, Ben, I'm a little bit worried that James Gunn's thrown a lot of stuff out there. Scattergun effect, shotgun effect.
To see what sticks.
To see what sticks. And I'm a little bit worried that we're not quite going to get a good cohesive universe. MCU has been able to pull it to a large extent. There's been the odd misfire and things here and there with the MCU, but it is still, in a roundabout way, all connected coherently. Even the light-hearted stuff can still work with the major films and stuff like that. I'm a little bit worried. I'm getting a vibe that DC might not be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
And then, which leads a segue into you got the image there to throw up.
Yep.
the news, of course, of Netflix potentially buying Warner Brothers.
Yes.
Now, not a completely done deal or anything yet. There's been a bit of conjecture that Paramount, I think.
Yeah, they were trying to sort of do a hostile takeover of it by going to the investors.
Yeah, because Netflix said Netflix wants the IP, Warner Brothers, their distribution, all that kind of stuff. They didn't want the TV side of thing, which is what CNN.
The Time Warner.
Yeah. So like they wanted all the IP, all the movie vault, the distribution side of things, all that. But they were like, you can sell the TV off separately, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say they were offering, just pulling numbers out of the air, $34 a share.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Paramount comes along and goes, we'll give you $39 a share. We'll do a hostile takeover. We'll go direct to investors. We'll give them $39 a share for the lot.
But we want everything.
And then financial people in America went, hang on a second. You'll get more than $5 a share for just the TV stuff alone.
Yep.
Like that could be selling for $20 a share, you know. So, and I think that the Paramount deal's dead in the water now, isn't it?
It's essentially it is.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, obviously, it would have to pass government regulatory processes and all that to be signed off. But the way things are going in America at the moment, I'm sure it'll get the rubber stamp of approval pretty quickly. So, there's a lot of conjecture. What's going to happen? Will James Gunn and his vision stick with Netflix? Would they just kind of go, look, you've got a plan, let's leave it, let's run it? Or does Netflix go, we're completely going to upend things and go in a different direction? No one knows. It's all conjecture and hearsay at this moment. There's even rumblings. So the day that the Netflix deal was announced, right? Mm-hmm. Mark Miller went off social media completely, left social media.
Went very quiet, yes.
No, left social media, as in, hey, I'm out, staff will be running these accounts from now on. It's not really me answering your questions. And everyone's like, why? And there's been rumblings that is Mark Miller going to be potentially popped in charge of DC Comics, the comics division. And look, I tell you what, if Mark Miller was put in charge of DC, wow.
Not entirely really the worst idea in the world.
No, because you know what? DC just had a record year, sales-wise, in 2025. It's the first time in something like 25 or more years where DC was the king company.
Awesome.
Right? Marvel dramatically dropped to second place. DC just had hit after hit after hit, including, have you got a picture there, I believe, of Batman #1?
That one there?
That one, give me a look. Where is it?
That one there?
Which one?
There.
Yeah, that one. That's Batman #1. Matt Fraction and George Jimenez. Now that launched. That book is already on to like third or fourth printing. Right?
I was about to say, everyone that I've heard around the traps down here has been, is that being printed again?
Yeah.
Have you got that back in store?
Batman's gone really, really good,
cool.
Right? But what's been really surprising last year was the launch of the Absolute range of books, okay? Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Superman, Absolute Batman, and then later on they brought out Absolute Martian Manhunter, Absolute Green Lantern, and Absolute Flash. Right?
Okay.
Those books have been selling like hotcakes. Absolute Batman's on something like a 10th printing, right, for #1. 10th printing. They brought the first collected edition out. It's sold out worldwide at distributor level within a week.
Holy cow.
Right? So we're waiting for new printings. In saying that, literally at your favourite local comic shop, Kaboom Comics Toowoomba, proud sponsors of this show, we just got stock in again today of Absolute Superman Volume 1, right, in softcover. And also Absolute Wonder Woman Volume 1 in softcover. They are now available here in store or on the online store, www.kaboomcomicsaustralia.com. Absolute Batman, we've got a bunch of it on back order, and hopefully, fingers crossed, within the next couple of weeks, it'll be arriving back into stock as well. But yeah, they have just killed it sales-wise with those kind of books. Another series there, which I think you've got an image there for DC KO. This is the current kind of mini-series / event running through some of the books at the moment.
Okay.
And it's that kind of like, essentially, like a fight kind of thing, like a bracket. You know, this person fights this villain kind of thing, and to take out Darkseid.
Yep.
Now, here's the really cool thing. So it hasn't come out yet. This series has been going. It's on like a second or third printing as well.
Cool.
There's been a few spin-out series, like little mini-series and stuff like that. There's a few one-shots to come out. What's really cool is there's one called DC KO Boss Battle, right? That thing is up for pre-order on our website right now. They somehow have managed to get the rights for Homelander from The Boys, Annabelle, Street Fighter, Red Sonja.
What on earth?
Vampirella. are all coming into the DC universe and battling DC superheroes and villains in DC KO Boss Battle.
Far out.
Right? That is, as I said, number one for that is available for pre-order on our website now, so go and check it on out. That comes out in February, I want to say, so next month. And everyone's going, this thing's going to be so cool. Imagine if we get Superman versus Homelander in a like that's a fanboy's wet dream there, isn't it?
I'm all for it.
You're all for it? So KO's been selling really well. What else we got there that I gave you pictures of because I've forgotten what I sent you? The Event Horizon.
Event Horizon.
Right, that came out this year. Not from DC Comics, obviously, that one. That was IDW, but oh boy.
And the sequel to the Event Horizon film.
Which I've never seen.
Sam Neill.
I've never seen
Morpheus.
Really? Yeah. I've never watched it, okay?
It's amazing.
My wife did the same reaction when I told her last night. She just looked at me. It's like, because something come up.
It's a haunted house in space.
Really?
It's essentially what it is.
Well, the comic has been selling like hotcakes, right? We're up to issue 4 at the moment, right? Every time we get stock back in, it's, like we're sold out locally, but I'm selling this thing around Australia. We have had our pre-orders for this thing.
Holy cow.
Is almost beating some of Marvel's top-selling books.
Holy dooly.
Our numbers for each issue, right, is beating X-Men. And I never thought I'd ever see the day that a book like Event Horizon would beat X-Men.
Maybe we need to buy the film rights for it.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, so this thing, we're sending it out all around Australia. There are people in Western Australia who have pre-ordered the whole series with us. Right around South Australia, Tasmania, Territory. It's just, people around Australia are going nuts for this comic. So IDW has had a hit on their hands with that. Like, that is just going gangbusters there. What else did I send you to talk about, sir? So, the big hit this year was Deadpool Batman and Batman Deadpool. First time in 20-something years that DC and Marvel got together, kissed and made up. Right, the corporates must have gone and had a golf day and decided over a couple of Long Island iced teas.
They've
one of Ginger's favourite drinks.
They've essentially said, "Hey, do you want to make $1 billion? Do
you want to make money?" And the other guy's gone, "Yeah, we need to as well. Let's team up." Right. So going back to 2001. It was just, we hate one another. Yep. DC Marvel, we are never working together again, blah, 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 blah.
Had your chance.
Right, yep. And everyone kept saying for years, why can't we get crossover comics like in the 90s, or even right back to the 70s when they first started doing some crossovers. And those comics, Amalgam, back in the day, remember, where they merged the characters together? Remember when we were in school in the 90s, first getting into comics, you had Batman, Deadpool, Deadpool, Batman, Batman, Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America, Silver Surfer, Green Lantern.
I'm just picturing that shot of Batman with Spider-Man by his feet.
Man, they were great comics, right? And so they're now starting to do some reprints of some of those old ones too.
Cool.
So coming in next week is the Spider-Boy, where it was Superboy and Spider-Man merged together. So that's getting a facsimile reprint next week. It'll be in store with next week's shipment here at Kaboom Comics. I've got to plug it where we can.
Your boss will be very happy.
He will be. She will be. She's watching at home right now. Anyway, so they went, right, we're going it stunned. We had people ringing up. The day it got announced, going, can I put a pre-order in, please, for Deadpool Batman? And we're like, no, not yet. Wait a couple of weeks. The pre-orders were huge. Once again, all over Australia. Multiple covers, right? Marvel did it the right way, though. Marvel actually had incentive covers. If you order 25 copies, there's a 1 in 25. If you order 50 copies, there's a 1 in 50. Now, we ordered so many, we actually got some of the 1 in 50.
Cool.
Right? And they were cool. They were like a bit of a, cool. Like if you're a diehard collector and you want to spend the money, you could buy the 1 in 50.
But were they a premium cover?
I thought some of them were, some of the 1 in 25s and stuff like that. So then DC got to do their answer 2 months later, right? And Grant Morrison wrote the DC version, the Batman Deadpool, with Dan Mora on the artwork. You know I love Dan Mora. I am a Dan Mora fanboy, right? It came out, and it sat on the shelves a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Right? People walked in, and I said, you didn't pre-order this. You got the first one. Why didn't you? And they went, no, I've already got that. I'm like, no, it's a different book. And they're like, what? I said, no, it's a different book. You haven't. This is DC's version. And they went, but it looks
There's a
similar.
what now?
It looks similar. So just show Deadpool Batman.
Deadpool Batman.
Right, have a look at that.
Yep.
everyone take that in. It was a cool cover. I loved it. Now, it was Greg Capullo, of course. Now show Batman Deadpool. Right? Have a squiz at that one. They're kind of similar.
Now, Batman Deadpool.
Yeah. And then
Deadpool Batman.
Deadpool Batman. And you look at it and you kind of go, what? Right? So customers actually got confused.
Yes. It's even the same colours on the book.
It is. So Jim Lee had to come out about 2 weeks later because retailers worldwide were going, this book hasn't sold as good as the first one. What's going on here? And to be honest with you, I think it was the far superior book.
Oh.
I think the artwork and everything and the story in it was far superior because it's not just the main. It's a Deadpool and Batman obviously team up book story, and then there's a couple of smaller short stories of other DC characters teamed up.
Yep.
Like in the first book there was Wonder Woman and Captain America and things like that. Okay, and they were fantastic, cool little short stories. And I think the second book was a far superior book, but it just didn't sell for as well. We had to really hand sell it and go, you read the first one, read this, And DC did more variant covers. There was like a ton. We had a whole row here of just the variants, all the way along, right? Whereas Marvel limited it a little bit more. And I think that worked better for them, right? So anyway... Overall, though, for both companies, huge success, which has led to, and we're taking pre-orders. They're live on the website now. The first crossover for 2026. Drum roll, Ginge. We really need to get a soundboard for that. It's Superman, Spider-Man.
Cool,
right? So written by Mark Waid and George Jimenez, the current artist on Batman, doing it. And there you go. That's the Jim Lee. Was that the Jim Lee cover you just put up? That's the Jim Lee cover.
What's with Spider-Man's hand?
Well, yes. Well, that's Spidey's a little bit okay.
He's a bit what?
He's a bit special.
He's a bit...
Jim Lee, actually, and credit to Jim Lee, fans did kind of give him a bit of a flack on social media for it, right? So Jim Lee said, yes, I've heard the feedback, I'm going to fix it up, and he put a new image out, like the same image, but tweaked. And this time, he changed Superman's hands to mimic Spider-Man's. And, yeah, fans went, well played, Jim, well played. But did I send you cover A of Superman, Spider-Man? The George Jimenez? Yeah, that one there. That's cover A. And I think that's going to be one of the most popular covers. It's just, it screams iconic.
It does.
Characters, doesn't it? So that's the first one. Later in the year, probably in about 2 to 3 months, you'll see Spider-Man, Superman will be coming out. There's no information about that yet.
Okay, cool.
But if you're interested in Superman, Spider-Man, the first crossover for 2026 between DC Comics and Marvel Comics, you can head along to Kaboom Comics right now, kaboomcomicsaustralia.com.au, .com, and you can pre-order. There's a few different variant covers up there for grabs as well. There's a really cool Gabriel Delotto variant, which is black suit Spidey and black suit Superman.
Okay.
And if you just go check it out, it looks phenomenal. I should have actually given you that to put up because it is 2 thumbs up. Such a cool looking variant cover.
Awesome.
I need to have a drink. So you chat about something for a second.
Well, and here I go about to have a drink myself. You were telling me about all these facsimile comics that are coming out recently that you really wanted to have a talk about that are being brought into the shop.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished the question right as you put the drink in your mouth.
No, thanks for that.
Yeah, that's all right.
What were we talking about?
I'm having fun.
Comments, by the way. Quickly check. What have we got there?
Matt said, I saw the one comic store had to put a sign to help buyers understand the distinction between the two.
Yes. Matt, look, retailers we have a worldwide comic book retailer forum on Facebook, which is great for information sharing and seeing sales trends from stores all around the world. And I check it like multiple times a day because obviously the vast majority of those retailers are in North America, so it runs on their kind of time. But all of us major Australian retailers are in that group as well. And so we see the conversations popping up. And you're right, so many stores had to either really hand sell it to customers or they had to put signs up going, this isn't the same book. Buy this.
I swear.
We promise it's not the same. which leads me. Can I say a little something?
Just before some business, Slipstream said you need to watch Event Horizon, and can you get me all the issues in, please, good sir?
I'd say hold out because the early issues have sold out completely, even at distributor level at the moment. The collected edition will be coming out in a couple of months. I would hold out and grab it all as a either hardcover or softcover collected edition, and that way you'll be able to sit and binge read the whole thing. So I would honestly hold out for that at the moment, because like I said, we're up to issue 4, just dropped. 5 comes out, I think it's first week of February. And I think after that, that's when the collected edition's coming out. So I'd hold out for that one if I were you.
And Benny Dreadful said, could I get that Superman in my box, please?
I will sort you out, Benny. Not a problem at all. It's a fantastic run. Like, all those Absolute books have been really good. Absolute Batman, though, is the standout for me. I mean, I'm a Bat fan, right? But the logo on his chest, he pops it off, and it becomes a freaking axe, right? He even lops a guy's hand off in it. It's so cool. It's so cool.
But he's building...
Yeah, because he's not rich in it. So he's a bodybuilder. He's had to kind of he hasn't got money to be able to have all the fancy gadgets and the toys. Where does he get those wonderful toys?
He doesn't, because he's poor.
He's poor. It's poor Batman, right?
No one wants to look up to a poor guy running around beating people up.
Because you know what? When you do that, he's got a psychological problem. He's just running around beating on people.
But see, yes, because if you've got money, you're eccentric. If you don't have money, you're a problem.
Yeah, isn't that weird? God, society's weird when you boil it down to that. Batman's a problem.
Like if you and I dressed up as Batman and Robin walked down the street, they'd go, there's something wrong with you. But if we had money and we were walking down the street going, oh, we're rich, and walking, they'd be like, oh, they're just eccentric.
You and I have dressed as Batman and Robin
Not
before,
downtown.
Right?
Don't tell people our secret identities.
And you know what? And it wasn't even a cool Robin. Guess who had to be Robin at the time, right? And it wasn't even a cool Robin costume. I had to have tights on. I had skin-coloured tights.
And don't forget the booty.
I had I was the Dick Grayson early Robin. That's what that was.
You certainly weren't.
You couldn't keep your ears straight. Any other comments there we need to...
Yeah, thanks for telling everyone.
Anything that we need to respond to?
No.
Okay. No. We're loving seeing people's comments coming through. By the way, did the thumbs up and the hearts work earlier?
No.
They've taken that function away?
Sorry, people.
We might have to try and do... What we might do, we might start running through the week. Because, by the way, just a quick reminder, this won't be necessarily a weekly show. We're going to try and do it at least once a month. And if the mood strikes us and we have no work commitments on, we will... give you notice, a couple of days notice, and we will throw an extra show in here and there as well, especially if something cool happens in the comic or movie world, all that kind of thing. So yeah, don't stress. It won't be every single week. You've got to sit there on a Wednesday night and listen to these two guys dribble. But yeah, once a month at least we are aiming to do Geek Speak Live in 2026. Now, I want to talk about something. So here we are saying about DC's had a mega year. Comics are just so cool at the moment. Some of the retro stuff coming out, right? I want to give a shout out to a different Kaboom. All right, Kaboom Comics in McAllen, Texas.
Yes, I heard about this.
So a bit of a controversy over the last 24 to 48 hours. Now, pre-COVID, the publishers used to sometimes do events, and we couldn't really do it in Australia because our comics don't get here as in the same time frame that the Americans do, where you can have a midnight release party, okay? But for going right back into the mid-2000s and that, DC, for a big launch of a comic or an event series like Death Metal, they did Dark Knight's Metal, they did midnight launch parties at certain stores or chains of stores and stuff like that, and you could opt in and people would go and get cupcakes with DC logos made on them and all this kind of stuff, and you'd open up at midnight and it was great community building. It builds interest in the comics and stuff like that. Since COVID, that really hasn't happened, okay? The publishers... And now also because there's two major distributors. It used to be Diamond. Diamond went bankrupt last year, got sold up, and so we've got Penguin and we've got Luna and the two, and there's different comic companies at one and not at the other, and so it's just become a bit of a hodgepodge mess in the comics world. Okay, but this shout out to Kaboom Comics in McAllen, Texas. They started doing their own midnight launches, right? Launch parties for number ones or new events like DC KO and things like that, okay? And quite successful. They were really building community spirit. People, like I've seen photos and little videos from their store where, they were getting good little crowds in for a midnight release, and people meeting one another in the shop and doing cool stuff like that, right?
Yep.
And a local competitor, a different comic shop, went to the retailer forum and bitched and moaned about it and said, they're doing midnight releases and that's not allowed under the terms and conditions, blah, 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 right? Most people go, good on them, whatever, at least they're building community spirit and they're selling comics, right?
Yeah.
But a bunch of older retailers, and this grinds my gears, Ginge, right? I've been in the comics retailing business now for like 22 years, okay? And we see other cool things, we like to go, that's a cool idea, maybe we can adopt that ourselves.
Yeah.
I wouldn't poo-poo them. I would not poo-poo their idea of what they're doing.
You'd be like, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, damn it, why didn't I think of that? I'm going to steal that idea. But these older retailers in America went, no, it can't happen. And they complained to DC, they complained to Marvel, they complained to Penguin, they complained to Luna, and got these guys essentially, they got threatened with, if you do them, because they're not sanctioned, if you do them, you will lose your Luna account, you will lose your Penguin account, you won't be able to sell our comics, right?
Far out.
Yeah, so they had to cancel it, and the feedback from their customers, their community, even worldwide, people who saw it popped up and they kind of sent them messages of support. And when I'm in Germany, I think that's a fantastic idea. Like, there should be more of that. Now, apparently, Marvel have since reached out and gone, look, we're willing to work with you on some launches, but there'll be strict conditions, right? So, because one of the things, and get this is a silly rule. I didn't know this, but apparently in terms and conditions, when you get your accounts with these companies, and it's tiny little fine print, so the idea of say comics, new comic book day is Wednesday, right? And you go, cool, I can sell my comics on a Wednesday. On Wednesday, they came in a day before or whatever, especially in America. They get them a day or so before the on-sale date so they can process and put them in the system, whatever, right? Yep. And then they put them up Wednesday morning on the shelf, open the doors, come on in, people buy their books.
Cool.
Right? Cool. You would think opening at midnight on the Tuesday night going into the Wednesday morning, that's fine, right?
Well, technically, it's the next day, right?
It is Wednesday, right? You're launching at midnight, and then that's technically beginning of Wednesday, right?
If customers are willing to get up and go shopping at midnight...
Yeah, they do it for games launches and stuff like that, right? No. So what it is you have to go by the agreed average opening time of the other stores in your area. So the accepted times for most comic shops in America is 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. is when they open their doors.
Okay.
Right? So if you're in a town that's got, say, 3 comic shops and you open at 9 a.m. but the other 2 guys don't open until 11 because they like to have a sleep in of a morning and they might stay open later of a night time for their customers, the agreed upon time, without you actually agreeing upon it, it's seen as, well, you can't sell your comics until 11
Far
a.m.
out.
Okay.
So they're dictating to you when
they're
you can
dictating,
sell...
right? The land of freedom, right? The Americans love to go, freedom, freedom of speech, freedom of this, freedom of that, right?
You just get into free... You don't have the freedom to...
You can't sell your products that you've purchased to sell... you own those products to sell to your customers. You don't have the right to sell them on your terms
at
the hour that you choose because your nearest competitors in your town or within the next town over, depending on how close things are... No, if the average opening hour is 11, you can't sell your comics till 11, right? This is most retailers in America who are like myself and kind of go, we don't read all that fine print. Have just gone, what?
Ben Dreadful's just, that's such crap.
Exactly, that was my response. I might have said it in a swear word though, Ben, when I saw all this. And yeah, I just felt so sorry for him. I'm actually thinking of sending them a personal message going, hey, from Kaboom in Australia, we support you, 2 thumbs up.
And here's a cease and desist. For
stop trading on my name. Because these guys haven't been around 20-something years. And so maybe I'll go, by the way, change your business name. But I feel like actually sending them just a note of support because I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
But it's amazing though that because of the handful of older retailers who went rules are rules and you must follow them, they've had to shut their. Man. So and they said even if they So Marvel have kind of gone, you can do it, but what will allow you to do is you can take the money for the comics. So they can come in, you can do like a pizza party or whatever else, but they can't go home with the comics until...
Oh, what? Oh.
You can come in, you can put... Yeah, there's probably ways around it. You probably just go, righto, prepay the money. Oh, look, here's a shop copy to preview and flick through. And you can take your copy home at 11 a.m. It smacks of stupidity, but they're going to try and work with Marvel to do it. I think DC's flat out gone, no. They're like... Ixnay, not allowed to do it. But anyway, so that's one thing that's happening in the comics industry at the moment. A little bit of a look behind the curtain of comics retailing and sometimes the silliness that ensures in this business.
Laura said there should be absolutely more community events, increased opportunities for community building.
Yes.
That would make sense.
Yes. I mean, and look, maybe later this year, we might try and do, if there's a cool event coming up, what we might do is the day of the, if we know when the stock's coming in, we may stay open later and go, come on down, let's throw some pizzas on, and everyone just come down and grab their copy of whatever the book is or something like that. If it's a book, that I think that might kind of appeal to a decent readership base, we might look at something like that here at Kaboom this year. So who knows?
And also, don't forget, if you want to be a part of the show, send us your email address.
Has anyone emailed you
No
yet?
one's email address. Glenn, are you still watching, man? You might have missed the beginning of the show. We were talking about we can actually bring people live on the show if you want to be a part of the show.
Where does their head appear?
Well, it would appear here in a little rectangle.
It's like Jor-El in the Superman movie. Kal-El, my son. Because I might freak out if that happens. Are you projecting a head here?
What?
I don't know. I might freak out with it.
You're not drinking either.
No, I swear that is water and lemonade in there.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, it is. Anyway, what else? Any other comments there?
Scott or Laura, if you guys want to be a part of the show, let us know.
Shoot it through the
email
Ginge.
address.
Now, what I'm going to quickly do, I'm going to talk about Archie.
What now?
I'm going to talk about Archie. The little red-headed fellow with his mate Jughead.
He's not cool.
Does that make you Archie and me Jughead? Because I've got the cap on, I've got a hat on, and you don't. You're redhead.
Well, I guess I'm fulfilling half
or
of the
a wee
situation.
Betty and Veronica.
No.
So after years and years and years of Archie doing their digest-sized comics, right? Which kind of look a bit like this. But guess what? That's actually not their regular digest size. So quietly last year, because the digests that were coming out were all brand new stories done in that classic Archie style, but they were all new stories, okay? Quietly last year, they just stopped. There was no fanfare. There was no, hey, it's ending at issue blah, blah, blah. Same with Betty and Veronica, World of Archie, World of Betty and Veronica. There's about 4 digests a month that they pumped out, okay? They just quietly went, nyeh. And we didn't notice because we've got a handful of customers that get Archie or Betty and Veronica and have a great collection. They look really nice on a shelf. One of our customers, shout out to Trudy if she's watching, has such an awesome, and they look amazing spine out on these bookshelves that Trudy has her collection in. They just look fantastic. Anyway, so they quietly ended it, and then they've replaced it with this. Which you might go, Todd, that's a digest, and it looks much like the normal Archie digest.
That was the same book I was holding up.
But it's not. It's thinner. It's actually slightly larger than a normal Archie digest. They've changed the size, and it is completely full of reprint material.
So it's a facsimile.
What did you call it?
It's a facsimile.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
A facsimile of, essentially, yeah, but they're also doing full-size, comic-size facsimiles of just random Jughead, Betty, Archie comics and stuff. So they'll do so many of them a year. And these are all got a theme. So this one is Archie Comics Digest Winter Special, right? So it's all just reprint material. So essentially, Archie have just stopped publishing new release material. They've just quietly gone, we're not doing it anymore. We're not paying an artist. We're not,
That's one way of making money.
Pretty much, which is kind of sad. All these years, and we lost Mad Magazine a few years ago. Now, essentially, to me, we've lost Archie because there's not new material. There's not new stories. I'm heartbroken, Ginge.
It's magic. They're like,
do you believe in magic? Speaking of magic, how's that for a segue?
Oh, Anna Corny, your heart out.
Mandrake the Magician and the Phantom and Flash Gordon are appearing in a brand new Defenders
of the Earth.
Defenders. I don't think we've got copyright for that, so that's why we had to sing it and not play the clip. Defenders of the Earth, #1, Dark Destiny. That's a new mini-series that has just launched from Mad Cave Comics. If you're a fan of those King Feature Syndicate comics, you may want to pop that in your shopping trolley on kaboomcomics.com, kaboomcomicsaustralia.com, I should say. That's pretty cool. And that also leads me to talk about the same company.
Like I need the music from the Let's Go to the Gift Store.
Let's all go to the lobby. I can't do that. I'm actually going to go dry on
the sale of the century.
You hold that one up, I'll hold this one. So the same company has just recently relaunched The Phantom, The Ghost Who Walks. Full colour Phantom. If you know anyone in the family who loves The Phantom, this series is phenomenal. It looks amazing. This is issue 1 and 2. We just got them back into stock. Issue 4 is about to drop. We've got more of issue 3 coming in soon. So if you love The Phantom, the artwork is phenomenal on this one. And same company, Mad Cave Studios. They've got the King Feature Syndicate license for North America and that at the moment.
Cool.
So those are out. Speaking of nostalgia, Ginge.
Hey, look, he's on a horse.
Yes. Hero is the horse. Do you know what his dog's called?
Devil.
Well done, Ginge. Fist bump, buddy. Nostalgia is huge at the moment, and it leads me to talk about Rob Liefeld. Didn't you want to hold on? Youngblood is back, baby.
What the hell? I can see his feet.
He can draw feet. There's always been that thing that Rob Liefeld just has rubble or a suitcase or was it? They reckon his characters used to carry on a briefcase full of rubble to place
and
at
just
their
throw
feet
it on the ground
because he couldn't draw feet. But anyway, Rob Liefeld is back with Youngblood, a brand new series through Image Comics. We are sold out of issue 1. We've got more coming back in soon. Hopefully, keep checking the website for that one or asking when you're in store. This is issue 2, and I tell you what, it holds up.
I tell you what, I've always enjoyed Youngblood.
His artwork is still awesome. You know, people bitch and moan about Rob Liefeld. It sells. He sells because he's Rob. He's like the biggest cheerleader for comics. Look at it.
I mean, look at it. Look, and then he's got some big splash.
It couldn't be a '90s comic without a splash page, could it?
And there's so many pouches.
All of them.
And shoulder pads. I'm for it.
I miss the '90s so bad.
Let me look at these.
Look at that. And it all had the same kind of like the gritted teeth pose, you know. Like,
I'm for it.
I'm glad. Now, say that word again.
I'm for it.
No, the earlier. What are these?
Facsimiles.
It's been another big year, 2024. Both companies have been bringing out some fantastic facsimiles. So books like Sensation Comics, this was a great one that came out just before Christmas, which I am surprised more people didn't buy. It's wonderful. It's classic.
It's a facsimile. It doesn't matter. It's not the real one.
It's a classic Wonder Woman Christmas tale. And look, that Sensation Comics with Wonder Woman, that's a fantastic one from DC. Marvel have been doing a whole bunch of Fantastic Four reprints. They're reprinting, doing facsimiles of Civil War at the moment. The classic Mark Millar Civil War story has been getting the facsimile treatment. DC's about to, I think, February, we get the first facsimile reprint of Dark Knight Returns. They're going to reprint all issues of Dark Knight Returns as facsimiles. Mad Love is coming out next month. Like I said, some of the amalgam ones are getting facsimiles. If you love the old school comics and you know you can't afford to buy the legit original of Sensation Comics number 38, because unless you're rich, you might be able to buy it if you're rich. I can't buy it.
Or you can invent a time machine.
We're working on that right now.
Don't tell people our secret.
The DeLorean is getting worked on. But seriously, this is the best way to grab these books, and you got them in your collection then. So keep checking. There's new facsimiles arriving all the time. We did a new window display at Kaboom the other week to celebrate the new year. We put a whole bunch of new posters in the front window. We did one whole section of just facsimile posters, like classic covers. The comments from people walking by who have stopped, stood, stared, popped in and gone, those look so cool. And I'm like, thank you. And customers come in and go, man, those posters look awesome. I love those old classic covers. And they just worked. They just popped. They were just so cool.
Was it your idea or was it someone else's idea?
I'm actually, and my wife will back me up on this, it was my idea this time.
Really?
But normally Danny is the brains of the outfit nowadays.
But who was the person that got up the ladder and attached them to the ceiling?
Me. Because it wasn't you, because I know what you're like on a ladder. You hate heights.
The Ixnay on the height. Hey, what I love the fact is that you can still buy the X-ray specs and the rifles.
I'm pretty sure you can't.
Well, the ad says to send a money order form.
I wonder if those addresses still like exist and someone sends it in today and these people are like, will you stop sending us this stuff? We're a medical practice. We don't sell rifles.
You could buy a Daisy air rifle.
You could, but you're not allowed to. And just look, I'm going to do a quick, because we're getting all the comic stuff out of the way in chunk of the show.
Yep.
Just a quick shout out. This one is the highlight of the week for me. Just come back into stock. Doctor Strange #1. Is he a doctor that bulk bills? Is what I want to know, Ginge.
Do you think he still has his medical?
Can he medically practice, Doctor Strange? I don't know.
Well, what was he in the movie?
Well, he was a specialist, wasn't he?
A specialist of what?
I don't know. I've never.
He's a specialist.
He encompasses all
He's a specialist.
He was a surgeon, wasn't he? He was a surgeon.
But that's not is a surgeon a doctor?
Yes, they're a doctor.
But can he prescribe drugs?
Yeah.
Then why wouldn't he just subscribe drugs?
Have you ever read Doctor Strange? I'm pretty sure he's on some really strong narcotics.
Well, have you seen that outfit of his? You'd have to be...
And I'll tell you what, the artwork in it looks pretty good. Ooh. So if you're a Doctor Strange fan, that one may have slipped past the keeper because it didn't get a lot of fanfare.
Yeah.
So it's now in stock.
That was cool, man.
There you go. That's what I wanted to talk about with comics and stuff like that. I'll sit them out of the way. Ginge, comments? Anyone there we've got to chase up with?
Laura said, definitely looking to get more DC facsimiles this year.
You really struggle with that word.
Benny Dreadful. Oh, sorry, keep on.
No, I was going to say, there are some really good... they're reprinting Batman Year 2. They're doing those one a month over the next couple of months too.
Benny Dreadful said, wasn't he a surgeon?
Oh, yeah, he was a surgeon. I don't know what his speciality was.
Benny said, Archie comics are like classic comics. Such a shame.
It's so funny. Like, not funny. Well, it is, but yeah. I get a kick out of seeing older people come in with, like grandparents come in with their kids to the comic shop, right? Or even their children. Their children might be in their 30s and their mum and dad come in and they go, oh my God, they're still Archie comics. And they'll usually buy them for a nostalgia hit.
Okay.
And I'm a bit sad now that, yeah, like Archie's not going to be doing that anymore. Like, yeah, I don't know what it is. Like some of these smaller companies, I think the whole distribution upheaval in the last 12 to 18 months, I think it's taken out a couple of these companies. I just think they're really struggling since Diamond comic distributors went under.
Yep.
Yeah, sadly. What else were there?
Was there any other images that you wanted me to show? No,
I think I've gone through everything. There you go.
Now, what do you want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen? Like honestly, I mean, we could talk about whatever we wanted to talk about.
We can be a help.
But what do you want to talk about?
We can be a helpline right now. Ring us. Yeah. Tell us.
Call us. Call us now.
We charge $2 per minute. What were those the columns that people used to write in? What was the name for those kind of things? The help columns.
I only used to read them for the articles, dude.
Sure did. You know what I mean? Like people used to write in and they had a name like
Dear John.
No, Dear John Lennon. God no. Oh my God.
It's a bit different than what you were trying to explain.
Dear Penthouse.
Cut that out.
Someone edit that out. We never read that. We are good, upstanding, young superhero fanatics. We never looked at any of that stuff.
Benny Dreadful said, what's your favourite run at the moment?
My favourite run, personally at the moment, Batman and Robin. I've been digging that comic and followed closely by Batman, Superman, World's Finest. I love how fun that comic is. It's not a dark, grim, gritty, serious version of Batman and Robin. Batman and Superman, sorry. Mark Waid's writing it, and it's a fun book, so I really enjoy that. I'm digging the new Detective run by Aussie writer Tom Taylor as well. It's been pretty good. As you can see, I'm a DC boy, so I read a lot of DC stuff. There's a new criminal, Rick and Sean Phillips criminal story coming out, hardcover coming out in a couple of months. I'm got on pre-order myself. I'm looking forward to that. I haven't read it, but I gave you a copy for Christmas. The Blues Brothers
Return
graphic
of the
novel.
Blues Brothers, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward. That's on my reading list as well to try and get to maybe this weekend. So it was written by Judy Belushi's son,
and
who's not John Belushi's son, but it's her son to her second marriage.
And Dan Aykroyd wrote the prologue, the introduction to it.
Yeah, so and it's a very independent art style to it. But I'm looking forward to it. We're trying to get more copies of that in actually. Z2 Comics was the publisher on that one.
Andrea said Dr. Dolly was one of those columns.
Yes. Yes, was that in the Dolly magazines that my sister used to read?
Of course it was.
Yeah, which I swear I never stole from her room to flick through.
Well, hang on, what now? And then Mel said agony aunts.
Yeah, that was it, Mel. Yes, agony aunts. We could be your agony aunts. Tell us. I actually feel like having glasses and the notepad and go, tell me, when did you start having these dreams? I don't know why I went German for that. Freud, because was Freud German?
Wasn't he Austrian?
Was it? I don't know. That's why I'm asking the viewers
Don't
at home.
talk about Austrian people. Because then we start doing things that we shouldn't.
That'll get us in trouble.
Andreas, do you want to join us live on the show? You're watching. You can join us live on the show.
She's the lovely lady who created our funny and naughty Christmas cards for the last 2 years. And they went well again this year, lovely lady. Elm's Creative. So, shout out. Is at the Mark? Are you at the Marcus this weekend up at the Common Co Markets?
I'm enjoying watching her social media.
You can give it a shout out now, here or in the comments.
Drop your email address down below, and we'll send you an invite.
Yeah.
Well, I've been watching her social media because she's completely upturning her studio.
Oh.
And she's been sorting out like all the pencils and all the scissors and all the highlighters. And she's like finding absolute bags and bags full of all these art supplies. She's like, not entirely sure.
That sounds like our office at home to a certain someone that's watching, who keeps buying diaries and craft stuff and isn't using it at the moment.
Do you want to die?
No, it should be like, says the guy who keeps buying these comic books that he's got building up because he hasn't had a chance to read them yet. But seriously, though, I know the feeling because, like, what Andreas is going through, Denny does the same. She goes, I need to sit down and do some crafting stuff. But it's hard finding the time at the moment. But you see cool stuff out when you're shopping and you buy it and go, I think I need this. And then you go home and you go, I've already got 3 different pens like that. So, yeah, there you go. Good on you for rejigging your studio. I know Danny wants to do the back room at Kaboom soon, and I'm dreading it because I don't deal well with change. No, I don't. I know where things are, and I know, but I know my data. She says this will be good, and she's right every time, and it always looks amazing. And then I usually mess it up within a week. And we are going to do it soon. We're going to completely overhaul the back room, so you're going to walk out there and not know it. The Boom Boom room's going to look different.
Hang on, what now?
Soon, yeah. Did someone send in an email address?
Andreas has sent an email.
I've been waiting all night to see how this is going to work. So let's. You're a slow typist.
I'm sorry.
Type faster.
All right, Andreas, we've sent you an email. What you can do is just bring that up on your phone or your iPad or whatever, and then click on the link.
Oh, you can do it on your phone, can you?
Yeah.
So it taps in your phone camera, and you just.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll send an email to your device.
Yeah.
And you bring it up, and then you can just type your name in and say, "Yep, allow us to use your camera and your microphone."
Yep.
And bang, up it'll come.
Well, hopefully, Andreas will join us in a second. Any other comments there?
Let me bring up comments.
Did I see one there from Valak? You will be in terrible, terrible trouble, Todd. No, Mrs. Kaboom. As I said, hat off to my darling Mrs. Kaboom. She has a great vision for things that she has to work on me. I'm resistant to change now. As I've gotten older, especially the last couple of years, I don't know why, but my resistance to change has increased, right?
Okay.
I actually get a little bit of anxiety about it sometimes. And Mrs. Kaboom has worked out that if she gently puts the ideas out there in front of me, suggests it, at first I might go, no, you know, and then I'll come back to it, I'll look and go, that's a really good idea actually, honey, and then we go and do it. So she has suggested overhauling the back room, and I know it makes sense, so I'm like, yes, this is going to be a good thing. I will curse it when I'm halfway through pulling boxes out, but yeah, doing the heavy lifting.
Slipstream said, Todd and Wade, useful uncles.
Useful uncles.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yes, that's... hello, Ebony. I had to think, Slipstream, I know that. Mwah to you. Fantastic, kiddo.
Scott said, is there a way to send the email without putting it on the public chat? Yeah, dude, just send it straight via the Facebook Messenger.
You can do, yeah, that one, it's private then, so you don't, but your email address won't go out there if you want to do that.
Geek said, keep an eye out for specials on hidden items from the back room.
Oh, hello.
Danny, she's going to find stuff and then put it on the website.
It's usually my stuff. There'll be things... one day, I swear, she was about to go and put my Batwing out on sale.
Whoa!
It's all, and I haven't had a chance to take it home. She's like, oh, there's this extra stock. No, that's mine. That's mine. And she's like, who owns that Batmobile? That's mine. Who owns that one? That's mine.
Where are they going?
At home.
Somewhere.
There are things that Danny has found in that back room, and she's come down here on a weekend and is doing a clean up, and I've got, I fucking had no idea I even owned that. There's been things I've ordered twice because I went, I must have given that to a customer, sold it to a customer, and then Danny's pulled it out and gone, what's this? And I'm like, oh, shit, that's where that is.
Whoops.
Yep.
Laura said, I know the feeling, Andreas and Danny.
Yeah, Laura, you'd be doing the same thing with crafting and that. You see something, if it's on sale, and I know Danny does it a bit, if it's a really good price, it's hard to pass up going, look, that particular thing of pens or ink or whatever else that you might use. Danny does a lot of stuff with a machine that cuts stuff out. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it's called.
Cricut? The Cricut?
Oh,
you call it the cry cut, didn't you?
I'm an idiot because I bought it for a Christmas gift, I think.
You did?
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure the girl even looked at me funny when I went, I'll have one of those cry cuts. The lights are on, but no one's home some days with this fella here. How's it going there, buddy?
I'm Andreas. Did you get the link to join us?
We want to bring you in. All night you've been teasing me. In the lead up, the whole week, you've been teasing me with this.
We've been going, dude, I can do this new thing. And you're like, yeah, sure you can.
Yeah. And now no one wants to join us.
I believe you, yeah.
You believe in me?
But,
so quick side note, I'm going to talk about something.
Oh, gosh.
Does anyone else, if I said to you, Whatnot, do you know what that is?
I have heard of Whatnot, yes.
Okay, right. So apparently I signed up with the app and an account a year or so ago after I saw something about Rob Liefeld selling on Whatnot, and I wanted to. And I've never done anything. Haven't even set up payment details or anything.
It's like an auction site.
Yeah, but like a live stream where you do a thing, and I didn't even know how the auctions worked, right? And then a good mate of mine, Loey, was in this week, and we're having a chat, and how it came up. Let me preface it. So if I said to you, Mike Mayhew, right, comic book artist,
the bloke in the Chewbacca.
No, that's Peter Mayhew.
Okay.
Mike Mayhew, comic artist with over 30 years experience in the industry. Look, he's a very talented artist, has done a lot of different jobs and work and stuff for both the major companies, DC and Marvel, things like that. Mm-hmm. But he's not what you'd call a household name like Jim Lee or Greg Capullo or Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld, right? Mm-hmm. And I had Mike's an end of year post how people put their bit of a thing for the end
everything that they've done in the last 12 months, a year.
Well, he had a post up the other day, and I actually we were just about to watch a show, and I had to hit pause, and I turned to the wife and I said, I want to read you this. And it was essentially Mike talking about how in 2023 he realised that conventions were broken, comic conventions were broken, right?
Yeah.
So he said, you do 12, like one a month. It takes up essentially the prep time and everything else is actually equivalent to a month, right, for an artist, right? Getting stuff ready to go to a show, doing sketch covers to sell or new prints or whatever else, right? And so he said, I realised it was broken because show to show was so different. He said, you might go to one show and this particular thing would sell really good, and you go to the next show, you'd stock up on extra, go to the next show, and it wouldn't sell. Yep. So he got onto Whatnot, and he realised that it was essentially a comic convention to a degree, or a one-on-one with an artist or a creator. So a convention in your pocket that you could kind of tune into the stream, and if they had something cool like a limited edition cover, you could buy it or bid on it, and you're dealing with the creator, right? So he said to his team at the start of 2025, he's like, we're going to double out. So he was doing $500,000 in sales and whatnot in 2024, right? So at the end of 23, he's gone, I've got to change it. This is what we're going to do. So 2024, him and his team, when I say team, it's probably him and two other people who handle his sales, like, shipping it out and packaging it up or whatever else.
Yep.
They did about $500,000. He said to his team, we're going to double that. We're going to double down. We're going to do less conventions, and we're going to do more Whatnot sales. We're going to throw ourselves into Whatnot, and we're going to make our products essentially like a luxury brand, right? So he's like, I will sketch live on shows what people say that they want, and then we're going to put it up for sale, auction it, stuff like that. So he suddenly went, my work is worth this,
yep.
Right? And so from conventions where you're scraping by trying to make a living and sell stuff. You're down here, you're dropping your prices to get a sale. He's like, no, this is my price. And you want it, you come along, you join in the live stream. He said it's part pub, it's part social gathering, it's part, exclusive kind of, you're one of us kind of thing, luxury brand. He did over $1 million turnover in 2025 on Whatnot, okay? So that then led me to go, I should look up Whatnot. Turns out I've got an account. So I've got, I don't remember signing up for this, but anyway, I had to find the password and everything else. I go into it, and I started looking. Yeah, Rob Liefeld's on there. Oh, Rob Liefeld does exclusive covers that you can bid on, blah, 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 blah. And then I started looking and going, there's some comic shops. And like a lot of it at the moment, it's not big in Australia.
Yep.
Don't know why, but it hasn't really taken off in Australia. But the one thing in Australia that sells on there is sports cards, or your Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff.
Yes.
People do unboxings and go, we're going to unbox a box and we've got the first 5, who's going to bid for the first 5 packets out of the mint box or whatever, and so people will bid on that kind of thing. So it's interesting to see that kind of stuff. But from a comic shop purview, there are some stores in America who do auctions, essentially, because they're very short.
I've seen some of them.
It's rather addictive. Me and
I can
Laurie
imagine.
were here the other day. We wasted a good 40, 45 minutes. This one shop was doing auctions, and we're going, oh shit, that's a cool comic. It's about to go up for auction. And they, like this particular mob who were doing it, would pull the comic out, they'd flip it around for the camera to show you the markings on it.
So you can see all the imperfections?
You're seeing it going, okay, it's got a spine nick here, or it's got a little slight tear on the cover there, boom, goes back, and it's sitting there, and then they'd hit the button, and the auction would start, and they are like 30-second auctions.
Yeah.
You got 30 seconds. So literally, and what you do is on the app, you just slide sideways, and you it goes up in increments of, I don't think it was above $10. It was like $4 to $10 of the increments, right?
Yep.
And what happens is if it gets down to 1 second to go, so you can't really snipe like on eBay and stuff like that. If it got down to 1 second to go and you flick across the bid, it bumps it for another 10 seconds.
Good.
Right?
Good.
Until you get to a point where everyone goes, that's as high as I'm going, and then the last person who bid got the product, right? We wasted a good 40, 45 minutes. We were addicted going, that one's coming up. That's 2 comics away. We're going to watch that auction, to the point where we went, we're going to get off this. This is so anyway, but what it led to, and we're going to investigate it, we thought maybe that's something we could do here at Kaboom.
Yeah.
Just for special occasions, if there's a cool comic coming out that's got a couple of variant covers, we might try and get some extra covers in of those variants, limited edition variants, and we might run some special auctions or something like that. And see what happens.
We could sell a screen-used Chattahoochee hat right now.
Can I just mention, by the way, it's only been in the last 2 years. You and I have been a little bit more social, and we've gone out in Brisbane, of all places, and we went back into the valley. I had not been in the valley for years. There are some amazing places
Don't be telling people this.
No. There is, I'm a country and western music fan, right? This guy's not, but he comes to a couple of bars with me down there. One called Honky Tonks, which even you love. You got to admit, because they got your favourite rum there, right?
Oh my god!
And then there's a 3-story one now in the valley called Chattahoochee's, right? Not sponsors of this show, but they could be.
But they can be.
It's now my happy place, right? That's where I go because there's cool live country music. It's a great atmosphere. But what I wanted to say, there's a cool comic bar, themed bar in Brisbane that you and I went to called First Edition in the Valley. It's just a little side street in the valley there. Not far from, what's the big one on the corner there?
Oh, you're telling the story.
You know the valley better than me.
Don't be telling people this.
It's around the corner from the beat.
Don't be telling people this.
Anyway, it's a cool little, it's a hole in the wall. It'd be about the size of Kaboom, really. But actually probably even smaller. It's got a big long bar in it, hasn't it? Like you walk in, and there's an awesome, like a projection. Remember of like a background, and then Spidey swings across. Remember?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
And there's a couple of cool framed comic books, like signed comics and stuff up in there. The cocktails all have a comic book theme to them. We actually we went there twice, didn't we? I think
at least once.
Yeah,
twice.
3 times a lady. And we're probably going to go there again this year because we're both turned 45 this year. So maybe we'll go we're going to celebrate our 45th at a comic-themed bar.
Go get your headphones on, sir. We're going to do something cool. Andreas, we're going to cross to you in just a couple seconds.
You'll have to speak up on...
Take that one off so that you can hear me.
You speak up, I'm wearing a towel.
Andreas, we're going to cut to you. You are on. Can you see? Here, hello.
Oh, there's a ghost. Hello, lovely lady. How are you?
There's a little bit of a delay, but hello, how are you?
Good, we're very good. Now, give your business a shout out. You are Elms Creative. You are the lovely lady who did our Christmas cards last year and this year, and they were a massive hit with the fans. Give your business a bit of a shout out. Where can people find you?
Thank you, Todd. Yes, it is Elms Creative and Design, and I've got a website. I'm big on Instagram, big on Facebook, and also down at the Farmers Market about once a month, starting in February. You can come down and grab some super sweary, highly inappropriate cards.
That's right, and look, they are
highly inappropriate.
Not just a super like that. She does amazing super sweary cards for all occasions. Okay, it was actually stumbling past your stall one weekend, and that's when we started chatting and went, we've got to do superhero versions of these. They are amazing, and everyone who I've given one of those cards to has laughed their asses off. You are a super talented, lovely lady, and yeah. So I want to ask a question. You got to have a favourite superhero. Who is it?
Look, I do have one, and it's the only one out of the DC universe that I do like, and it is Batman. I'm a very big Batman fan. I've loved Batman many, many, many years. But I
can't do the heart thing properly, but heart.
I'm such a Batman fan and have loved them forever. But yeah, love all the Marvel characters though too. But that's my only DC guy that I like. So
Batman's your jam. I love that.
I did notice in one of your social media posts, videos yesterday, you got the V for Vendetta statue in the background.
Yes. Just hold on a moment.
Look at that! I saw that and I went, oh shit, I should steal that.
That is
it's
awesome.
Huge.
Don't tell him your address because he will come around and in the middle of the night you will wake up and that statue will be gone.
I just grab it.
He used to be able to talk. Just bear with me. He used to be able to talk and say things, but I don't think he does anymore. That doesn't look really great, does it? But yeah, he does talk. Look, while we're looking, my other favourite one is my Daryl Dixon. I love my Daryl Dixon. He's one of my favourite all-time characters ever. So I do love my Daryl Dixon. So there you go. Bit of fun facts.
He is fantastic. He really is. Don't tell me you had sisters. You never picked up a Barbie doll when you were a kid and just went, what is up under there?
You're on your own here.
You don't have to say it. It's okay. You're amongst friends, but
I do that to my Batman. It doesn't have to be Barbie.
Did you ever feel sorry for Ken? And go, that poor
bastard. You're starting to talk really weird.
It's been lovely to have you pop in on the show. Thank you for. I've been waiting. He's been talking this up all week. That we've been able to have someone actually appear in our show. I'm glad it was you. Give the business a plug again.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'm so glad to be a part of it. I'm even screenshotting it as we speak because I will be talking about this on my socials tomorrow.
Good.
Exciting. But yes, Elms Creative and Design. You can find it on Instagram. I am going through this crazy cleaning process at the moment. And it was some major chaotic, unhinged shit today. So just go and watch it. It's crazy. So, yeah.
We will.
Yeah.
And if you're up at the farmers markets, it's starting in February. People can go and check out your stuff there as well, along with the online store.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic.
Come and check it out. It's highly inappropriate.
We love it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.
No worries, guys. Great to see you back too. It's great to have you back on the interwebs. We love it.
It's great to be back. And I tell you what, can I take these off now?
Absolutely, you can take them off.
I have missed doing creative stuff with this gentleman here, and it's great to be back. That's what we said. We're not going to do a weekly show. It's going to be at least once a month. We're promising at least once a month.
First Wednesday of the month.
Hopefully. Unless it's Origin, because when Start of Origin
didn't
kicks
think
in,
of this.
he didn't. That's why I'm thinking of it. So don't commit to that. But we will be doing once a month at least, and for every once in a while, we're going to do some special episodes as well. Because this year, I want to bring back our Christmas special. Maybe we should do an Easter special
with a Christmas tree.
Well, we could. We could actually do a Halloween special like we used to do back in the day as well, because they were really, really fun. But yeah, so just ignore it for a sec. By the way, we've got a crazy guy out the front.
We had a drunk person bashing on the front door saying, "Let me in, I want to buy something."
Maybe he wanted to really be on screen.
What? Dude, you've got a phone.
Before he gets handcuffed. Anyway, look, thanks so much, everyone, for joining in tonight. No one else wanted to quickly come in. Scott, we couldn't tempt you tonight?
Ben, I'd be down for a Kaboom auction.
There you go. Well, as I said, Ben, we are thinking about it. If we can, we'll get a bit more research into it. We may look at something like that down the track. But yeah, look, any other cool stuff there to talk about? Any comments from people before we go?
Laura said, "What not sounds fun and addictive."
It is. You should check it out. But it's look, it's no good for Australians trying to bid on the American stuff because the shipping is just phenomenal. So unless you're cashed up and you got some spare dollary dues burning a hole in your pocket, then trying to buy something off an artist like Rob Liefeld. By the time you factor in the shipping and stuff like that, it's bloody expensive at the moment. But it would be nice if maybe some Australian creators got on board with something like that and started doing some stuff. As I said, I'm surprised it hasn't taken off as much over here in the collector groups.
Yep.
But it might be something that we can look at later this year. So we'll see how we go.
Cool. That sounds good to me.
So, folks, make sure what we'll do too, probably a week leading up before a show, or a few days leading up before a show, we're going to put up there some like a prompt where you can actually comment and say things you want to talk about or hear us talk about on the show or stuff like that as well. Because we want to make sure that you out there, the fine folks watching Geek Speak Live, are part of the show and feel part of it as well.
Yeah, and you can come in via the stream rather than bashing on the front door of Kaboom Comics.
Like that strange
saying,
gentleman.
"Let me in, I want to be on the show."
He got quite abusive there at the end.
He did.
He can see that we're doing a live show, and he thought we were going to stop and just talk to him, whoever he was.
Benny actually commented and said, "I heard him."
Did you? Could you hear that on the stream? Okay, yeah, because he got rather abusive at the end. So I fear for my life. Ginge, help me.
Well, my car's out there.
You're on your own. I'm going to push you out the door and just lock it. I'm spending the night here. I've got security cameras. You're stuffed.
You're like, here, attack him.
Hey, I don't have to run fast. I've got to run faster than you.
Yeah.
Folks, it's been an absolute pleasure. Ginge, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You were instrumental in bringing Geek Speak back this year, and mate, the job you've done, the tech you've got is just phenomenal.
Hope you're enjoying it out there in TV land.
Tip of the hat to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
We will be back with another show probably beginning of February, I dare say. So make sure you watch some cool geeky stuff. Support your local comic book store. Even if you're not in Toowoomba, if we're not your local comic shop, support your local comic shop wherever you are in Australia, or if you're watching this overseas. And a little tip of the hat again to Kaboom Comics in McAllen, Texas. And I hope to see them get back to their midnight releases and cool stuff like that.
Wade Copson on Pots and Pans.
I've been your host, Todd Bailey. This is Wade Copson, once again on the Pots and the Pans. Thank you for joining us. Stay geeky, and we'll see you soon on Geek Speak Live.